Hello traders, welcome to AlBashir FX. I am a day trader and welcome to our YouTube channel where we share daily market review on the following assets, and we also give you insights about what to expect and how price deliver for the day and how price is going to deliver the next day. If you're looking for ways to get the directional bias for daily market, then you are at the right place. So without wasting much of our time, now I would like to ask you for a favor, a friendly favor, to please subscribe to this channel, comment, like this video. If you actually like the content, please do comment, like the video, and help me reach more traders like you. And I'm willing to connect and work, because sometimes if you have friends that trade also, it helps to boost your energy and also keep you on track, so you can get to talk about the market and all of that. So I'm looking to connect with people with the same mindset, with people that's willing to grow in this market. So thank you so much, and God bless you all as we head on to this journey. So I'm going to drive right into the market, and I'm going to tell you guys what I favor tomorrow going in next day. So this is the US dollar daily contract, and we have price delivered higher today. As we have anticipated, the dollar index has created a very bullish candle. Despite that, we did not see a previous day sweep, right? We been anticipating for the market to sweep this previous day low, but we did not see a previous daily low sweep, and the market delivered higher impulsively. But we already talked about this internal range liquidity, which is a fair value gap, to lead price higher. Someone says that they could not see the fair value gap. So right, that is the fair value gap, and price react to it and delivered higher. And as we have called out this week, and if you watch our weekly forex forecast, I did call out Tuesdays to be the low of DXY on this week, and we have seen that. Now what do we see? Monday is accumulation. Monday is an accumulation. Tuesday manipulate us into the fair value gap, and Wednesday distribute. Then what? Friday will be what? A reaccumulation, and Friday will take us higher, or Thursday we create the high of this week, and Friday will now give us a lower prices. And next week we are going to continue with this same leg that happened this week, might repeat itself again, on which is we have a bullish candle. Then we have what here? We have another bullish candle and another bullish candle that create a fair value gap. Now this one we might not have three bullish candle, but we have a down close candle, and the next candle will be a bullish candle. Then we are going to reverse back into a fair value gap, and this is going to form as an order block, and we're going to continue. That is why they say this market delivered in a cycle from external to internal, from internal to external. We have internal here, we deliver to the internal. Now we have taken the external, and next, this is where sometimes trading might get a little weird. You don't know what is going to likely happen more tomorrow, because you'll be anticipating for, yeah, we know we are bullish, right? How far can we go? And our highest expansion for the week remain untapped, right? And we have taken most of the previous daily buy side liquidity on DXY. So the question remains, how far can we go? The fact that Wednesday has already taken this low, meaning that we're likely to go far, but not much. If you look at this particular candle that delivered like this, we have a fair value gap here, right? Don't we have a fair value gap here? If you have eyes and you know what a fair value gap inefficiency, but the inefficiency has been filled, but price might react to it, right? I just don't want to keep adding some things on my chart like that, but let me draw this now. Price next day might react, right? React to this level, delivered lower, but not form an efficient price delivery with this particular candle high, which it should not efficiently deliver to this low, all right, except the movement higher is weak. And with how today price delivered, it is showing, everything is showing and in support that the bullish momentum is very strong, right, on the dollar, and the bearish momentum on the EU is very strong, meaning that because of this strong bullishness on the dollar, then we actually can favor the fact that price is going to deliver open, delivered lower, right? Maybe use this order block opening price. This is not an order block yet until we have a fair value gap, but knowing that this is a likely order block forming will help you. So we're going to expect at least the market should reach into this level, then go higher, right? Then maybe tomorrow we close around this range if it is not very impulsive, but you also need to check your news in order to get in sync, to get sync with the price action. So we, to me, we know we the bias, which is the higher the institutional order flow, is bullish, right? But we want to see where our likely the low of the day is going to be. Me, I'm going to support the low of tomorrow to be in this price, this level, right? I'm going to change the color to blue, yeah. So the low of tomorrow should be at this level or below it, but the body of the candle should not close below it. Then it is going to form a fair value gap before price continue to go higher. So we are going to go on a lower time frame to see if if there is a lower time frame key level around this particular area that is going to support our already projected analysis. This is just how you're going to analyze and determine your daily bias based on what price has done before and how price is going to deliver. Now, because this is a fair value gap, but we already know that this very fair value gap has been used in previous price. So price is more likely to react on it, reject a little, then price above it and use it. Meaning if we price above it, it becomes an inversion fair value gap, then use it to continue going higher, or disrespect it, come for the main fair value gap if price form a fair value gap tomorrow. Just because I want to see price form a fair value gap tomorrow doesn't mean price will must have to form a fair value gap. It's just very good as a trader to have your proposed um bias for the day, then you see how price is reacting on it. Just because yesterday I said I'm expecting a bullish price for today, and I want to see the today candle low take Tuesday candle low, right? Sweep, but did we sweep that low? No, but the bias, which is the overall narrative, is still in favor of what? Of higher prices, which is enough for you to take something home during intraday price actions, right? So that is just the main thing every trader should look into, right? If we come to the 4 hourly time frame, we have this 4 hour internal range liquidity around this area, and also that blue or line I indicated on our chart is, you see how perfectly the blue line is staying on top of the fair value gap high. So tomorrow is very important to expect two logical scenario, right? If price continue to go higher the before the session trading, then we might react off of this area, which is also an order block or a bearish order block. Here we react to it, price lower, use this inversion fair value gap, sorry, use this 4-hour time frame fair value gap or our internal range liquidity, whatever you decide to call it, to go higher, because we know that we expecting internal range liquidity taking, sorry, from external to internal, from internal to external. As we all know, internal to external, external to internal, that is the cycle of price delivery, which I preach to you every day. Now this is the first logical scenario. Then the second logical scenario is us saying price open, delivered all the way lower, react off of this fair value gap, and then go higher. So in any of these way, price is still at the end of the day coming lower. We are not going to get to the 50% of this inversion fair value gap if this is the scenario that price wants to play. That means we are just going to sweep into it a little, right? Just a little bit. Don't forget we have a fair value gap up here. But when we have two fair value gap, what do we say we use? We use the extreme fair value gap. What about this one? This is a breakaway gap. Including this one is becoming a breakaway gap, right? Because it's in a deeper level. Price is not going to reach into it. Just as we have stated before, right? So if this is the logical scenario we want to look out for, then you need to pay more attention to the lower time frames, right? Sorry, to the higher time frame and the lower time frame session trading hours, like the New York hours and the London. You need to pay attention to what is doing. And recently there is something I found out, right? I found out that price delivery recently favors expansion, London expansion, sorry, Asian expansion, London expansion, and New York is more likely to range, except for today that New York also continue the price delivery, but majority of the time New York is more likely to range, since 2 weeks now, right? So that's something I found out because I do journal my trade, and I found out that price is likely to range during New York, and Asian will expand then because the price delivery currently, if you look at all the markets, especially gold traders, now you see them posting gold up, gold up, gold up. Yeah, gold is going up, and everybody is, you can just enter at any interval, and so far you are entering a buy, you know that you are safe until the market says otherwise, right? Just that is how the price delivery currently, since 2 weeks now, price has been expanding. It's either we are expanding higher completely or expanding lower completely. Just like today, we didn't even form the low of the day. We just price just continue going higher. That is just to tell you the volume of expansion and why you should not be waiting for major retracement in price, which is something I actually did this week, waiting for retracement in price, and price keep leaving me behind. All right, so keep having a missed trade, but anyway, it's fine, all right? But that will not put me in a position where I will now go and what, FOMO, because I'll now have the fear that price is going to leave me behind. All right, so let me take water, please. So this is basically my bias for the dollar index. So this is basically my bias for the dollar index. And also if we go to the euro US dollar, like I've said before, the euro US dollar price is going to be bearish if the dollar is going to be bullish, right? So having haven't knowing this price scenario, then we can comfortably say that EU, which is the euro US dollar, is bearish, right? The institutional order flow is now bearish, and we see how we almost have the same thing. Now this is our fair value gap, which all of you notice that I change it to inversion fair value gap if our top price is going to be bullish. And yesterday we were at equilibrium price with this range and this range low. The price was at equilibrium and price is trading at equilibrium. And when we are trading at equilibrium, there are two things that is likely to occur: expansion into premium, then to discount. All right, so we have seen that price has expanded freely from the equilibrium to discount now, and we are going to continue to follow our institutional order flow. Now what we see is that price has not taken this previous Monday, which is our Monday low, but price has not taken it. Why DXY has taken this Monday high? What should that tells you? That DXY might be going very fast, and this is an SMT divergence. All right, and whatever price did here is just going to be a retracement before price continue to go lower. Now if we are to implement same thing we did on the euro, on the dollar, right, which is our order block, sorry, which is our order block. If we anticipating for price to react on this level before going lower, we see that price is already getting close to it, right, and before we go lower, then we are still going to use that to expect a fair value gap on the daily time frame, which will become our daily key level. Right, if this is your first time, you might want to subscribe to this channel, turn on the notification, so that tomorrow when I released my video, you're going to know what if what I'm doing here is crap. All right, just so you know. Well, that's not a logic to get you subscribed to my channel anyway, right? I had like to have a consistent trader rather than just to have people subscribe that are not actually interested in trading. So, and that is why I'm celebrating my little journey. I just clocked 10 subscribers yesterday, and I don't know why, but I was happy though. Even if I had a YouTube channel before that crossed 500 subscribers, but this is the journey for me. But I'm willing to ride this one to millions. All right, inshallah. So yeah, on the 4 hour time frame, we also have our internal range liquidity fair value gap here, which we are anticipating for price to react before continue to go lower, and also this blue line, which is our order block opening price. Then we have price can react on it, then use it to go lower. But on the dollar index, we see that we have two fair value gap, which one above and one below. So if we are going to leave the one above and go for the extreme one, that is going to indicate that euro US dollar is going to come for the upper portion of this in a fair value gap. We have this lower portion and this premium portion, which is the upper portion. So it is more logical for us to expect euro to come all the way to this upper portion of the fair value gap before going lower tomorrow in tomorrow trading. All right, so sorry guys, I'm not going to read my journal for you guys today. I'm just going to explain because I want to keep this short, and my laptop is not really that charged, so that I can wrap up the video and give you what you actually need. Right, so on the hourly time frame, we've seen this is our internal range liquidity, and also on the daily time frame we have our 1 hour fair value gap, which has not been tapped. 1 hour internal range liquidity that has not been tapped, and also we have our market structure shift here at the 50% of that 1 hour, which is another major reason we should not expect price to go to this level. And if we look down inside this 4 hour fair value gap, which is a very big fair value gap, we have a smaller time frame, which is an hourly fair value gap here, which price can react from to go lower. All right, so this is basically what I'm anticipating for tomorrow on EU. Similarly, if we go to the GBP, just like I've told you guys that now, if you are following up, there is a day I mentioned that if we are going higher, GBP tends to move slower. But when price is going lower, GBP tends to have higher expansion lower. Look at this same thing, what I stated has happened today. We see that today candle, or yeah, euro is actually going lower and GBP is going lower too. But look at the expansion in GBP is way farther than expansion in the EU. That is to tell you that more pips is delivered today on GBP than EU, right? And we see how price has reacted off of this our fair value gap, daily fair value gap. And just like I told you guys that this fair value gap is a breakaway gap which price is not likely to fill on GBP, and so it has shown us price did not get to that level anyway. That is a breakaway gap, and price react using these fair value gaps to go lower. Why? Some people will say that because when we are teaching, we will say that if we have two fair value gap like this, you should use extreme one. Why do I keep saying even before now? Why? How do I know that price is not going to come for this before now? It's because of the SMT divergence and the dollar effect, right? And also the theory that I have learned over time that lower prices GBP tends to move lower, tends to move tends to have higher expansion lower, and when it's time to retrace higher, it does not retrace more. So because of that weakness in GBP and the correlation, the SMT correlation with this currency pairs, that is why I support and I have confidence that price is going to reject around this area and go lower, and that is a long time trade for me, right? Okay, so thank you for that. And if we go on a 4 hour time frame, we also see that the GBP has a fair value gap here, and this also the low of this, which is the blue line, but I'm not going to mark on GBP. And also we have a fair value gap here, so we have two fair value gap unmitigated, right? Untapped or unfilled inefficiencies on GBP US dollar, on GBP US dollar, which I'm anticipating for price to react, trade into it, use it to go lower. This, right, GBP might reach into this, and if GBP should reach into this, then there is high probability that the euro is going to reach to the upper fair value gap as well, which is going to react and have efficient price delivery with Tuesday candle. All right, but with how price is expanding lower, and the way price is showing more willingness to go lower, then GBP is not going to get all the way to this level, but we might get to this candle low, which is the higher portion of the fair value gap. Let me even add it to the chart for people who don't know what it is. The fuck, why is it not showing? Sorry guys. Oh my goodness, I think my network is bad. Oh, my network is bad and everything has disappeared from my chat. So, well, notwithstanding, the price projection for EU is, yeah, the network is back. The price projection for EU is priced to react of this level, the higher portion of this fair value gap, then continue to go lower. And our 50%, this 50%, if you watch our weekly videos, this 50% represents the monthly candle 50%. I don't know what's wrong with my network now. Represents the 50% of the 50% of our candle retracement, so which I'm anticipating for the market to reach going in tomorrow and price below it, and our highest expansion is this particular candle low. So I'm basically going to stop this GBP on this time frame, and I'm going to take us to the Bitcoin. Oh my goodness, the network is very bad. Sorry guys. So basically, please support my journey by subscribing and giving me a thumbs up. A comment will help go a long way, and it will help the algorithm push my videos to more viewers. And the price is going to reject it and go lower. So on the daily time frame for Bitcoin, oh my god, TN Nigeria, please. For, honestly, I'm not going to continue to waste your time because of my network. I'm going to end this video here, and see you guys tomorrow. God bless. Thank you.